What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Paris and I make videos all about candle making and the starting and managing of my small candle business, LadyCIMONNE Candle Co. Today's video is actually very highly requested. We are going to talk about Shopify, the e-commerce platform, and what that may look like for your small candle business. I am going to give you a high-level overview on what Shopify is, kind of give you a brief walkthrough, and then we'll talk about some pros and cons. You all know the deal. I have my laptop here with my talking points, so let's just get started. When it comes to small entrepreneurs, e-commerce entrepreneurs more specifically, such as myself and many of you out there, Shopify can be actually one of the better options for us. And I say one of because there are several platforms out there that are great for small businesses. Shopify is great for a small business and actually any type of business model that you kind of want to operate. It's great for supporting that. I would say for Shopify, if you're like myself who do not have a vast knowledge of web coding and web development and don't really understand all what it takes to maintain a site and maintain hosting, I would say Shopify is great for small business owners who kind of want to transfer that worry to the support, which Shopify is great for having. So we are going to get into all of that today. I am going to first start with a brief walkthrough of Shopify, show you some snapshots of different pages that I thought would be helpful for this introduction. This will serve kind of as a part one. This is a highly requested video, as I stated. So this will be a part one, kind of an intro into Shopify. And then next week I'll do a part two and actually kind of give you a demo on how to set up your Shopify store and give you my final reviews of what I think about Shopify. So let's get into it. So here we are at the home screen. Here it kind of gives you an overview of what's going on with your business for today. So you'll get to see like today's sales, today's visitors, like how many visitors you had, how many online sessions, meaning like how many people actually scrolled through and browse your site. You get to view recent activity, and then you also can get an overview of any Shopify announcements for your store. Here is the order page where you manage, track, and view orders that have been made and or drafted for customers who have maybe placed orders like over the phone. I get some older customers who are not as tech savvy, so sometimes they'll like call me or text me or hit me up through Facebook but don't really understand navigating the site necessarily, and I'll kind of take their order like over the phone or through whatever that makes them feel comfortable, and I can actually create an order from there. So here is the products page, and this is where you begin adding your products after you're up and started with Shopify. And you'll manage your inventory here as well. You'll be able to enable inventory tracking. You'll get to organize your products through collections, and you can also enable gift cards. Like I have gift cards enabled on my site. I have several collections divvied out. There's some collections that are hidden. You can hide them if you're not ready to release yet. So there's a lot that you can do here with the products page. Add pictures. This is also where you'll add your product descriptions and anything else that you want the customer to know about the product, including how much you're charging for whatever you are offering. So here is the customers page. So whenever a customer places an order, in this section, it will pretty much show their details and their purchase history. So it will show you everything you need to know about the customer, their name, their address, their email, and then of course what they ordered. and then if they've purchased before. So this is where you can kind of understand the type of customer that you have, if they've opted into anything that you want them to subscribe to, reward systems and things like that. That kind of gives you that in this section. Here in the analytics page, which is the page you'll probably be visiting quite a bit because it gives you an overview of your store's sales, any refunds that you may have had to issue out, what's going on with your taxes, what payments that you've received and what's been paid out to you, and a view of your dashboard that details your visitors over time. So it kind of gives you an average, or you can even drill in even further and make these reports more detailed on the reports section and get more specific information about that. So here is where you can learn all the analytics about your store. And here is the actual online store part. And this is where you get to design and edit, customize the navigation and the flow of your website. You get to edit pages. As you can see kind of further over, you see pages there, navigation, preferences, and things like that. This is where you make all of those adjustments and how you can customize your theme, which I will show you a lot more detail next week, but just wanted to give you an intro. So this snapshot here is just kind of what it looks like when you want to visit the App Store with Shopify, and this is where you access it. And I actually love the App Store. It has a lot of apps, and they're basically just tools that will help you manage aspects of your online business, such as marketing, sales. It will give you tools to kind of enhance your marketing, social media, anything that will help improve your shipping and your inventory, customer service, if you want pop-ups, if you want a chat box to pop up. There's so many different apps that are available that will help not only streamline a lot of duties and tasks, but will also just enhance the overall customer experience. And right here is the view page of your settings. So this is where you'll view like your store details, payment gateways, for example, like credit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, things like that. This is also where you'll kind of customize your checkout settings, what you want it to look like. I know for me, I have the app Roundup for charity, and so I customize it to where Roundup for charity will pop up at checkout, and it will give you the option to donate to the charity of my choice, which is supporting mamas. So I got that. Shipping preferences, this is where you'll customize your what boxes and the size and the dimensions and how much you're going to charge, or if you want to use the carrier's prices, they have all of that available, plus your taxes. And we all live all over the world, so everybody's taxes and regions are going to look different. So this is where you will customize all of that. So now let's get into the discussion of hosted websites versus self-hosted websites. So Shopify is a hosted e-commerce platform. So this essentially means that Shopify has its own experts to handle a lot of the troubleshooting, the upkeep, the back end of the security, to make sure not only your information and data is secure, but your customers as well. They do maintenance, they do constant updates to ensure that your store is running properly and smoothly, to ensure that when a customer decides to go on your website through their phone, iPad, desktop, that they're up and running and there's no problems. And so that's what Shopify kind of gives in terms of offering that support, some of that like high level technical support for business owners. I know for me, I am not savvy at all in that area, so it kind of diminishes my worry a little bit in terms of, is my website going to be maintained and operated while I handle more of the day-to-day operations and the overall running of my company, versus a self-hosted website. And this is where everything is on you, on the creator, the troubleshooting, the upkeep, the maintenance, the back end, managing the data, the coding, all of that stuff to make your store function, your website function. That is a self-hosted website, and everything is on your shoulders. So if you are an expert in that area, that may actually be fine for you. But if you're anything like me, where you kind of want to transfer that to other shoulders that are being paid to do this and being paid to be experts in this field, Shopify is that type of platform where everything is taken care of for you in the back end. So now let's talk business models. I actually was curious on this myself because I know I have a lot of candle makers, small candle businesses out there that are subscribed to my channel, but I also was curious for many others that may not necessarily be selling candles or physical products. What else do Shopify offer for other type of business models? And I thought that this will be great to include in this intro, because who knows what other ideas that you may be wanting to offer in your business. So we're going to get into a few different other business models that Shopify can actually handle. So first is drop shipping. Drop shipping is actually a very, very popular business today. And so Shopify is able to handle a drop shipping type of business or business model. Like I said about the App Store, there's so many different apps that you can add to your store to kind of help supplement and complement your drop shipping business, and it can easily integrate into wherever your main platform is, and you can kind of gel them all together. I will say Shopify is great with integrating with different type of other websites and businesses and services. So drop shipping is easy, and you can completely run it autonomously to your drop shipping service. Shopify is great for helping you manage your subscription service. So if you're one of those who, even if you have a candle business and maybe you want to start some type of monthly rollout of a subscription to kind of enhance your customer experience and gain more following and more of a customer base and foot traffic, subscription service is another type of business model that Shopify can actually handle. And you can kind of manage your recurring orders and customers in the back end of the store, where I showed you one of those clips in the pictures, and it will help you manage that as well. Another piece about Shopify is the blog, and there are a ton of bloggers out here. I actually utilize the Shopify blog, but I link it straight to this YouTube channel. So I have more of a visual blog and content, but if there are writers out there, Shopify allows you to do that, and then you can also make your blog monetizable with Shopify. Is that a word? Monetizable? You can monetize your blog with Shopify. You can integrate whatever apps you need if you plan on selling any type of digital services or digital items. You can very much make that a business as well. And lastly, selling on Amazon. Amazon is huge. We all know that, whether you're a buyer or a seller. And that's actually on my list for the future, is to, get all in with Amazon. But you can manage and monitor all your transactions in one place. If you sell with Amazon, you can have all of your listings, just as if you were adding candle products. You can add your Amazon listings, and Shopify can help you manage and monitor your Amazon sales as well. So now let's talk pricing, which is always one of my first questions. Like, what kind of coins am I dishing out? If you really want to look at the overall scheme of things, for most of us who may have to take out a loan from a bank to operate a business or to create kind of a physical brick and mortar type business, it's really, really expensive. And so Depending on what features you need to operate your business, paying a monthly fee for a plan that is already hosting everything in the background for you, and all you have to do is operate and manage the front end of your business and make it look and appear the way you want it, it's actually a good deal regardless of what e-commerce platform you use. Anything is cheaper than the former of what I just mentioned. So it's pretty much going to come down to, you know, what features appeal to you and your business model. But for Shopify, for the basic plan, it gives you all access to their security and updates, plus most of their features, for $29 a month. That is the plan that I currently have, just because I'm just starting out. And if I feel like I need to upgrade, I will later. But right now, that's working just fine for me, and it's handling the load that I needed to handle. Now, if for better credit card rates and access to even more features, of course, their Shopify plan, the next level is $79 per month. And finally, you have the advanced Shopify plan, which is aimed towards way more advanced features for scaling businesses, which is then priced at $299 per month. So really, for most sole proprietors and a few new businesses just are starting out, such as myself, the Shopify basic plan is honestly the best option, and it's really going to give you all that you need. Like, it gives you access to all the important features at a very manageable monthly price. You can have, I think, up to 3 additional users. So right now I have me and my bookkeeper that has full access to it and all of my reports. It does literally give you everything that you need to start your business and manage it. I've been open for 2 months and I haven't felt the need to upgrade. It's given me everything that I need right now for that price. Now let's talk about the POS component of Shopify, which I have not had the opportunity to really test out yet, because I haven't done too many in-person type of selling because of COVID. However, they do have a POS component to Shopify. So for example, if you wanted to do a pop-up shop, if we were selling at festivals or you were participating in farmers markets and things like that, Shopify has a POS selling channel. What do they call it? What do they call a sales channel? That is what it's called. I'm sorry. They have the POS sales channel, right? They have different type of channels depending on how you want to sell. So right now I just have like my online store sales channel, but you can also add a POS sales channel, and they have hardware to assist with this. So you can get the credit card swiper, you can get whatever you need to help you sell in person to people. I actually already had my Square for my credit card transaction. So when I did decide to go with Shopify, I was like, oh shoot, I hope it integrates with Square, because I already have my Square. And it came, you know, it comes, you can get a free Square if you sign up for a Square account. So I was like, well, I already have one, and lo and behold, Shopify do integrate with Square. I just connected the 2 accounts, and so anytime someone wants to use their credit card in person, all of those transactions bleed into Shopify, and it keeps my inventory accurate and live. So Shopify do offer a POS component, should that be something that you're interested in as well. Now we're going to talk about Shopify and their support system for your small business. Now, when I first wanted to start my small business, I did toil with, you know, having a website, because it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know anything about starting or building a website, but I will say, between their blog, I'm obsessed with their Shopify blog. Like, they actually have their own like blog. I did so much reading before I even started my business. But so between their blog and their support pages, you know, like they have a whole Shopify help center that has tons. I mean, when I tell you step by step on how to do every single thing to get you started and up and running for your store. They have tons of information on top of an actual physical person to either talk to or chat with. I will say that for the entire time of actually starting my business, getting my website up and running, and actually now a little over 2 months in, I have only talked to a Shopify help one time. And literally because all the information was at my fingertips. I'm such a researcher and I love reading and I love kind of figuring things out on my own. And so I went to their help center page and literally was able to customize and build my website using their themes and customizing it and just playing around with it and playing around with the design and fonts and colors and reading up on taxes and then what that may look like for Ohio, because I am from Ohio and operate my business out of Ohio, and how should I price my shipping, and how should I price my products, and what type of layout do I want my product page to look like, and all of that stuff is available on their Shopify Help Center, on their blog, and then yes, you can also talk to a Shopify representative to help. So now let's get into some pros and cons. These are things that I've kind of discovered now that I'm 2 months in, and I can't even say 2 months because I was obviously trying to set up my store prior to launch. So maybe 5 months at this point of trying to get everything set up. Yeah, it's been about 5 months playing around with Shopify. So these are some of the things that I've noticed. Some of the takeaways that I've gotten with already being with Shopify, and I am going to break them all down to you now. So one of the things with Shopify that I did love is that you have nothing to set up, honestly. If you think about the whole grand scheme of things, once you're up and running with your Shopify account, now it's just getting everything managed and out to your customers to see when they log in to your website. I shouldn't say log in, but when they visit your website. So it's just basically a matter of uploading your product pictures, typing out your product description, navigating and customizing your website and the flow, setting your prices in the product page. What else? You're setting up your taxes. You're just basically making sure all the right circles and boxes are checked. Making sure your shipping is set up, adding the type of boxes you use. And that's essentially, kind of the main components that you need to kind of get your business up and running and started. And so that when customers visit your site, everything is going the way it needs to go. So when I say you really don't have nothing to set up, I'm talking about the actual hosting part, the troubleshooting part, the coding part. You don't have to worry about any of that. All of that is already set and ready to go in the back end. Another pro that I love is you don't really have to worry about your security or your customer security. Everything is already set up and secure through the back end. All of your data is always constantly being backed up and protected. You don't have to worry about customers' payment information or location and where they live being lost or unmanaged or untracked. Everything is secure with Shopify, and everything is secure in the back end, which is something that I didn't want to have to worry about. You don't have to monitor your site's uptime and downtime. Again, that goes with the troubleshooting, which is the type of knowledge I have no idea about. And so not having to worry about that definitely takes a load off of a business owner's shoulders. I haven't had any issues with customers loading my site or visiting my site. I haven't had any downtime with my site that I've been aware of. Customers love the flow of the website. They love the functionality of it. Checkout, I've heard, was very easy and simplistic, and they just loved how everything was notified to them. Shopify actually already has those notifications kind of preset. You can go in and take a look and see if you want to customize them and adjust them, but they're constantly staying in touch with your customer when things are processed and ordered, when things are being shipped, and when it's been delivered. Tracking number, I haven't had any issues with that. So the cons of Shopify, which there is no perfect platform out here. So I'm always the type of person that say nothing's perfect, but if it's perfect for you and it's perfect for what you need, run with it. But for someone else, it may not be what they're looking for. But I say focus on what is needed for your business model and what you need to work, and go from there. But there are some cons to Shopify. There are actually only 10 free templates. Templates meaning like what you want your e-commerce store to look like on the website. So there's only 10 free ones. I actually am using a free one. I found one that I liked. But if you don't like any of the 10 that's already initially offered, you will have to pay a one-time fee for a template that you do like. Again, it is a one-time fee, but you can then still customize it. Even with the free ones, you can still customize it the way you want. But again, if you don't like any of the free ones, you will have to pay for an actual one. And then if you kind of want more extensive customization with your website and the flow and the navigation, if you're not able to get help with the experts that are available, you might have to hire an actual web designer. For a new startup business owner, that wasn't in my pockets. I designed the flow of my website, and I'm actually very proud of myself, and I'm pleased with it for the moment. Should I want to go further and make it all bomb later, then I probably will, but right now I am satisfied with that. Another downside to Shopify is that it does not have its own email hosting, so you can't get like a info at LadyCIMONNE.com through Shopify. If anyone is thinking about having a business email, that is not something that Shopify hosts or offers. And lastly, I will say that Shopify is not very great when it comes to like content. So if you just want to write or have a basic Shopify blog, it's perfect for that. Even me, I have my YouTube channel, so I don't necessarily have my videos laid out on my Shopify blog. I write like my intro blurb that you all normally see in the description box, and then I link it to my YouTube channel so that you all can fully function on my YouTube channel. So I will say, when it comes to content management, it's not the greatest. Depending on what type of content you want to offer to your end customer, it's not all that snazzy for rich content. I will say that, which is why I just direct everybody to my YouTube channel. But again, I will say at the end of the day, it's going to come down to, just like anything else with starting a business, you have to focus on what's going to be best for you, your business model, your brand, what you want your message to look like, and how do you want to ultimately reach your end consumer. So that is it for today. Again, this is part 1. Stay tuned for next Thursday. Part 2, I am going to give you a full demo on how to actually set up a Shopify store, and we're going to kind of get set up with a fake business. And I am going to just kind of show you how to navigate physically in real time, and what that may look like, and how you get all set up through there. So I hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, or if you're still confused about anything with what I mentioned today, please feel free to hit me up. I will do my best to answer your question. Any other video ideas, leave them in the comment section below, and I will, as always, do my best to honor it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, bye. I designed it the best way I could. I love the way my website. I'm sorry guys, that was the ambulance or the fire truck, whichever one. I'm sorry about that, but